Okay, so we picked this up with a bunch of junk. This, a rowboat, some lawnmowers, some other stuff. Before I start dumping money into it and buying parts, I just want to make sure it runs. So we're just gonna start it up on some starting fluid, see how it goes. So here I basically saw that fuel tank wasn't giving the carburetor any fuel, so I hooked up a test tank and got it started. I ended up doing a bunch of research to see why this quad might be backfiring the way it was. I saw that the vacuum actuated petcock on the fuel tank is known to cause a lot of weird running issues. So I decided to hook the test tank back up and see if there were any vacuum leaks on the boot. Then I observed that plugging the vacuum line made the quad run much better. Here you can't see it very well, but I end up grabbing a vacuum cap and putting it on the vacuum port on the carburetor, which I will show you later in the video. You can hear the quad is running way better now, so let's take it for a test drive. All right, I'm gonna try and ride this one-handed with no pegs. Alright, so let me explain what was wrong with this thing. I was kind of getting frustrated. On the side of the carburetor there is this vacuum port. I'm going to shut this down. On the side of the carburetor there's this vacuum port, and that vacuum port, that controls this vacuum petcock. So the vacuum petcock, I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm assuming that vacuum goes into this port here and it basically controls a diaphragm of some sort in here, and then it outputs fuel here depending upon what you have selected. Basically, reserve, prime, probably to get the fuel pump going, and on. I don't see any real reason for that. That was probably an emissions standard, so I pulled that off and capped it. All of the not coming off idle and backfiring issues were solved just with that. So what I'm gonna do is, this piece is really expensive. It's like over $100 for a Suzuki OEM. So I'm not gonna get that. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase a replacement that's just on, off, reserve. So hopefully that works, and then we'll pass this thing on down the road. Very simple, just 2 screws to remove the old petcock. Got the new petcock. This is the part number for just an on-off petcock from a previous model. So that's 44300-19B01. So that's a genuine petcock. You can see that's just reserve, on, off. Pretty nice. And we got, you can see they're pretty much identical. So I just drained the fuel out of this, so I'm going to put this in and get the tank mounted back up, and we'll see how it goes. So you can kind of see what I did here. This is 1/4 inch fuel line, and this is 3/16 fuel line. The barbs are different. So I just stuck fuel filter on there, can't hurt, which has the multi-barb end, because I did not have a hose barb to hose barb connector. You can see it's filled up there. I'm just checking for leaks, and I don't feel any. So let's start this up and let's make sure that it works. Wow, that is a good runner. Put this back together. Go back to the time lapse. Okay, that's it. She's all ready to go. Just got to get the side panels back on. And thanks for watching. And big thanks to the Steel Gator. That is the guy's username on Suzuki ATV forums, who posted this part number in 2014. A lot of great ways to troubleshoot this stuff is to look at forums, and I'm very thankful for that online. This is a known problem, known defect with this generation of ATV. So that was very helpful. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.